Good morning. Hi, goddesses. How are you? As promised, today we're going to have a quick little tutorial about wig caps and the different caps that are available to you and what these terms mean so that we can go forward talking about wigs. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to my salon. This is Crazy for Hair. Take a look around. You're more than welcome. If you're ever anywhere near me, please do stop in. I'm in Mesquite, Nevada. Here's the salon. That's our wig shop. Here's a quick little turn to the salon. Yay! That's where it makes magic. All right, so now back to this. So what we're going to talk about today are the different phrases that you're going to run into when you start looking into buying a wig. And first we'll start with the very basic model, which is wefted hair, machine wefted hair. Okay, now this is what wefted hair is. When the hair is sewn onto a weft, and then the weft is sewn onto an elastic cap. This is machine wefted, and machine wefted caps are generally the least expensive. I know from my salon, these are the least expensive wigs that I sell. And here's a really good example of a wefted wig. So you'll notice, okay, sorry about that interruption. And we were talking about machine wefted wigs. And as I said, wefted simply means that the loose hair is sewn together on a strand, and this is considered a weft. So here's a really good example of a machine wefted wig. You'll notice that those wefts are sewn onto an elastic cap. There's an elastic framework that they take these wefts and sew onto the elastic. And then there is generally a lace cap in the front where the wefting is sewn right onto the lace cap so that you don't see through it when the hair is parted. The wigs that I use, they've got beautiful little short hairs way down at the bottom so that when you part it in the front, you don't see the wefted line. So this is a machine wefted cap. The next thing we're going to talk about are monotop caps or monofilament caps. And what that refers to is that the fiber, instead of being sewn onto a weft, is applied to a cap one strand at a time so that it has more of a natural look down at the scalp. If you take a look at this little girl, down at the scalp, it looks like that. Okay, so these are monotops, and they come in quite a few different options too. The first one that we're talking about is a double layer monotop. And what that means is that the hair is sewn onto a lace and then is applied inside. There's another lace that doesn't have the knots on it so that it's nice and smooth and soft up against your scalp. This is really an important feature if you happen to have no hair and you're putting a wig on your bare scalp, whether it's from chemo or alopecia or for whatever reason you don't have hair. You want to make sure that you've got the softest fiber possible next to your head to keep it extremely comfortable. These wigs also generally come with a silicone strip around the front for you to apply adhesive or tape because it doesn't have any hair to grip to so that the friction isn't there to hold it on, and this helps to make the caps more secure. And then as we get into more of a special needs wig, you'll find that all of the wefting and elastic is covered with a soft felt, once again trying to protect that skin because something up against a raw, bare scalp is going to be a little uncomfortable. You'll want to make sure that you look for felt-covered ear tabs and also the neck piece. So this is a double layer monotop. Now the next step up from that is a monotop lace front. Let me show you that. Now this beautiful girl, this is a lace front wig. And the concept here is if you wanted to wear a wig that didn't have to have bangs all the way across, you get a top like this. Now how gorgeous is that hairline? And the lace is trimmed up to the hairline. So we were talking about lace front monotop. Now lace front, as I was saying, refers to this little band of lace, and it has the hairs individually knotted onto a nice French lace. And then when this is custom fit to you, we take and cut the lace off right at what your natural hairline will be. So this is custom fit just specifically to you, and then it will look like that once it's on you. So that's a lovely deal. That goes ear to ear. And as I said, I like to get at least a 3-inch lace front. And what that would look like on the inside is this. Now this is a lace front machine wefted wig. Here's your lace front. Here's your machine wefting. You see that? Okay, so I'm going to show you now a lace front monotop wig. 1 second. Now this gorgeous little girl has our lace front and then a mono top like we had on the other wig, where you could part it and direct the hair in any style you choose. You can have a part, you don't need a part, you can have bangs, you don't need bangs. Any way you want to put it, this is the ultimate in style ability. The next thing that makes her unique is that this is a heat-defiant fiber, which is very rare in synthetics. But this is a new development with a company I love to use, Jon Renau. And this fiber can take heats up to 350 degrees. You can straighten it, you can curl it, style it any way you want to. And as I was saying, here we have the hand-tied top and the lace front. And so that would be a lace front mono top. Okay, now I have one more style to show you. And that would be this hairline. Now here we don't have the extended French lace, but we do have a hand-tied mono top human hair. So she has the mono top, which means of course we can style her in any direction. She's a hand-tied front, so you don't have the lace, but you do have all of these little baby hairs that can come right up against your skin, and just look at how natural that looks as it lays up against her. You cannot tell that that is an artificial hairline at all. So let's just quickly recap our wig caps. How about that, right? Okay. So we have the machine wefted cap. We have a machine wefted open cap. That would be the Osolites that we talked about that doesn't have the lace. It's just totally open. That would be this wig cap here, where you just have the wefted hair sewn onto an elasticized cap, no lace. Then you have monotops, lace front monotops, hand-tied lace front monotops, and then the double layer monotops. And all of those are just going to give you different styling options. I want to point out just a few areas of adjustments, and then we're going to stop talking about wig caps. But one of the most important features about wig caps is that they are adjustable per your size needs. And so most of them are going to have a hook and eye or a Velcro strip or an elastic where you can draw in the circumference of the wig and make it tighter from front to back with these little elastic straps. The next area that people sometimes forget they need to make adjustments are right here on the ear tabs. And if you look at the sides of your wig, right over the temple piece, you're going to find an ear tab. And this ear tab is flexible and is meant to bend towards your face. If you don't, it's going to stick out and it won't look natural at all. So what you have to do when you first put your wig on, and we'll talk about that in our next video of putting wigs on, just know that this is the area that we're talking about, this little temple piece right here. And if I don't adjust it, it's going to stick out like that. And what we want to do is curve it so that it bends towards your face and holds the hair snugly up against your cheek. You'll also find some of the wigs that have those flexible stays in their base, and that's meant to cup towards your neck. And that's what helps to keep this hair looking nice and natural as it lays up against your neckline. Okay, so thank you so much for stopping in today. As I said, we'll talk our next one. We'll talk about putting the cap on and adjusting your wig and fitting it. But this should give you a good overview of what type of wig is good for you. And next we will talk about hair density. Thanks. Have a great evening. Okay, release your inner goddess.